My name is Otega the Magic Ododoru, also known as that kick-ass photographer with mad skills. I'm happy to be here. Vortex 24/7. Good to be here. The reason why I would go for photography was because I just love anything that has to do with creativity. I've been into various forms of art because I come from a family where being artistic is not too surprising, and so I just love to create things. I love to be able to say, this is my thing. Like I made you, I created this photograph. I made you. Come on, bow down and worship me. It makes me feel like a little god, And so the fact that I can create makes me like photography. That's one of the reasons why I entered photography. The second reason I think would be that I enjoy it. I enjoy traveling. Normally I'm somebody that has social anxiety issues, so you wouldn't believe it. I'm really a shy guy, but because photography means you have to meet people and talk to people and interact with people, and you are the photographer, I realized that I have to talk to people, I have to play, I have to move, and I really enjoy photography. I like traveling and everything, whatever it entails. I really enjoy photography, Like if photography tomorrow doesn't bring in any money for me, whatever other thing I'll be doing to sustain myself and my family and whatever it is, I still think I will still want to invest into photography as a passion, as a hobby. I really do enjoy photography. That's the second reason. The third reason would be, I've got to pay bills too, and sometimes photography could help me pay bills, in the uni, paying tuition, house rent and everything. This question, what I love most about photography, is somehow related to the one I just answered. I like the fact that I can create things, I can put my own style, I don't have to conform. Photography is not like the medical field where you can't just go creative with people's kidneys and lungs and organs. Photography, you have the right to be artistic, you could do stuff the way you want to do it, and so this also is one of the main reasons why I actually really like photography. One thing I love about photography, the ability to create things, and of course it's also, I love images. I could get a whole magazine and go through the whole magazine like 4 times and I've not read like one single paragraph, honestly speaking. I'm lazy with words, but when it comes to visual stuff like pictures and videos, man. So I think that is also one reason why I love photography. You can see the pictures. Pictures don't lie. Well, coincidentally, I never thought I was going to be a photographer. All my life, if I had to do anything with a lens, I thought it was going to be cinematography. I wanted to be a video director so bad. I wanted to direct music videos. Because I was seeing Nigerian music videos when I was really little, like 5, 6. And I was wondering, what's happening to Nigerian music? It doesn't look like those American videos you see and everything, and the ones from UK and the rest. And I was thinking that maybe it was our weather that had to do with it. Like maybe our weather was not good, their weather was different from our own. Until Nigerians started going abroad to shoot, and they were still shooting the same way and Ankara for us. And I was really disappointed, and I so badly wanted to be into cinematography. As little as 8, I knew what frame per second was. I was really, really interested. Photography was it was never my plan at all. That was actually the coincident, photography. But cinematography was what I always wanted to do, and would always want to practice cinematography. Well, in cinematography world, I'm still new. I did a video actually that I think people really liked, because I've had the video came out this year, 1st of January, and it already has 3 international nominations. Glory be to God for that. So I really want to do video. I've done some stuff with some people. I've worked on some stuff for some directors. I've done my own stuff. I was part of Boro Make Me Shine by Omaki. I didn't shoot the whole video, but I shot some scenes for him. So cinematography and photography, since they are very related, it's very easy for a photographer to just jump into cinematography if he really has the interest and wants to read books and stuff. Why does everybody ask me this? Man, I love architecture. Anything that has to do with design, that has to do with art, that has to do with creativity, that I can say, okay, I did this, I made this. Trust me, I want to practice it. Architecture, yes, I love architecture. I practice architecture. I do architecture jobs. I collect money for them too and stuff. The truth is, I can't really say I prefer one over the other, because most people might think I prefer photography because they see more of my jobs, as photographs that I do, the shoots that I get to do. I do more photography because people know me more, along that line. But it's very difficult for me to say. It's like asking somebody, what's your favorite song? I don't know if it's easy to choose a favorite song. For me, that I'm in the mood sometimes to listen to soul, sometimes to R&B, sometimes to neo soul, sometimes to jazz, sometimes to apala. You can't always have one music that would always suit every mood that you find yourself in. So I think it's in the same vein too. I can't really choose cinematography over photography or over architecture, but you might want to say, okay, I practice photography a lot, and maybe that might be the one I really like. I learned photography on my own. I was very fortunate. My older brother at some time, who was at that point in time how would I put it now, a hobbyist photographer, bought me this camera that was a semi-professional camera, but it could do stuff that those normal point and shoot couldn't do. And I really liked the fact that I can play stuff with this one. And so I got this camera and I learned photography fundamentally. That means I knew how stuff works with the camera. I didn't go to any school. I didn't have anybody to mentor me at the time. I was just doing trial and error. I didn't know what f-stop, ISO, or what other parameters, what they really meant. I just knew, okay, if I tweak this button or this knob and I see this figure rise up, I know either my image is going to be darker, or there's going to be this or going to be that. And that was how I learned photography, and it made it easy for me to specialize in just about any part of photography I find myself in. We photographers need to understand that being a professional doesn't mean you can handle the camera, you know how to set f-stop, you know how to do this, you know how to do that. I'm sorry that I'm saying all these photography jargons, some people who do not really know much about things like f-stop and all, but they're just some little parameters that they use for getting those videos, So we need to understand that being a good photographer goes just beyond setting your camera well. Being a professional, what I believe being a professional means, it means being able to solve people's problems. So if you know photography fundamentally, it's easier for you to just look at the problem. I'm talking about specializing here. Now, if I want to specialize, like, okay, I want to do, let's say, landscape photography, I need to ask myself, what is the problem that I might need to solve as regards landscape photography? And I say, okay, since I have this tool and I have this in my hand, I will now tweak all these things to suit the challenges that will come with what you would expect of a landscape photographer or landscape photography. And if I'm doing well, then I could also think about how I'm going to set my stuff to actually, suit what I want to do at that point in time. So I think people might think because they see me do a lot of fashion work that I specialize in fashion, but to me, I just feel as a photographer, I don't have any choice. I ought to, be able to specialize in any. I'm supposed to be a specialist in whatever place I find myself. The more experience I get in that place, the more I know. But to just use one word, maybe let me just say fashion photography, because that's what a lot of people see, and they might think that is what I specialize in. But trust me, any other thing I do, everything, you do everything together. biggest challenges which we hear people talk about is, especially in the field, is that all our things are expensive. Cameras, lenses, lighting, everything is really, really expensive. And we are in an economy where people are just starting to appreciate and want to pay for good photography. And so they just look at you like, 5%, what do you want to do? I want to collect so million, and so that is one of the problems. This is expensive, but I think the biggest problem that we have really is the consumers that have not much understanding of what quality really is and what quality photography and cinematography is, and that really affects us a lot. You might see people who will tell you, you know what, can you help us do it this way? So I think one of the biggest problems that we have is, for me, is the challenge should be finances to sponsor our photography and our cinematography, and of course, trying to always explain to clients and let them understand why I'm doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. So I think that is one of the biggest challenges that we face. But I think every field, wherever field, whether it's the medical field, whether it's the legal field, whether it's photography, whether it's finance, whether it's football or anything I'm sure that there are always challenges, and challenges actually bring out, I believe, the best in a so-called professional. So I don't think photographers or cinematographers should complain too much, but use your let the challenges you face bring out the best in you. That's what I do. Like, even when I do my own photographs and stuff, you need to see those pictures that some people really say really, really look good. If you see the kind of equipment that I use for shooting these kind of things, you'll be really, really surprised. Yes, I get to have a social life with my photographer. I think it is wrong to feel that photographers ought to look this way or look that way. If you're a photographer, you shouldn't cut your hair, or you should cut your hair, or you should keep beards, or you should go bald or anything. Photography is one part of my life. I have my own social life. Even if you come to my shoots, it's always enjoyable. Like, I don't like those shoots, I always make sure that it's always fun, it's always interactive. We are having fun, and yet we are busy working, So, but at the end of the day, I make sure that there's a balance. I don't make sure that the fun that we come to catch there now comes in the way of getting good photographs, getting good pictures. I think it's important to balance them. So I know when we are playing too much, and I know when we are becoming too, So social life for me, I love music. I love some other stuff. I love basketball. If you don't see me with the camera, sometimes you will hardly know that I'm a photographer. I have a social life, and I know how to manage it. That's a very, very difficult question for any photographer to answer, because except you have not done more than one shoot in your life. I know sometimes when you do like some shoots, for the day, you have like a one shot, and like this shot was the one that we're looking for, and you have stuff like that. But if you've done like different shoots, you will hardly find it. You will hardly be able to say, oh, you have just one favorite picture from all these shoots you've done, because all the shoots, you have different reasons. Sometimes you're doing fashion, sometimes you're doing makeup, sometimes you are doing this, you are doing that, and so all these things have different requirements, and they have different punchlines and metaphors and ciphers and the rest. So you get to enjoy this one sometime, you get to enjoy this one. It's very difficult. I don't have a favorite picture of mine at all. I don't know where I see myself, to be honest with you, in the next 5 years. I don't know where I see myself, but I think I would possibly have. I know I'll still be doing photography in the next 5 years, and I would still love to want to keep on doing cinematography and architecture in the next 5 years, and even in the next 10 years, until it becomes maybe a crime to be a photographer. I think in the next 5 years, I'll still be doing some photography. Yes. difficult question for me because I do actually have respect for a lot of photographers and both Nigerian and international photographers. And I do have respect for a lot of photographers, but I don't really have anyone that I think, oh, I would really want to work with per se, because I learned photography fundamentally, and that way I didn't really have any mentor. I'm not used to mentorship and that sort of thing as regards photography. So I don't really have one photographer I could really mention that, okay, I would say I've been following his work so much, So I can't really tell. Maybe Mario Testino, though. Maybe him. Maybe Nigel Barker. Maybe Thomas Roca. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I do enjoy, being around photographers though, and when I hang around photographers, I don't even really talk photography. But from whatever we talk about, I can understand why they do their photographs or why their photographs look the way they always look. When I meet a photographer, we'll be talking for 3 hours, they're talking about some other things that has to do, but somehow linked to photography, but not really, how did you snap this, how did you set like, no. That's what. If I could work with any celebrity, home and abroad, I think that would be Music Soul Child. Yes, and I would like to shoot a video with that guy because he likes the way he tells the story. He likes to come from another perspective, and I just love that part of Music Soul Child. I'm a big Music Soul Child fanatic. I'm a big soul fan too, soul music fan. So and I like his videos, and so I think if he has to do videos, I think I would like to do stuff for Music Soul Child. Yes. Like I said, I learned on my own, and then I'll just go online and go to Model Mayhem then, or Model Post then, and just keep on getting photographs and just going through them and getting inspired, But I think my older brother, Ape, yes, he's a very good photographer. Otega Ododoru. I think he has influenced me, because he actually entered into photography before I did, and I was looking, I go through his stuff and I wanted to really outshine him sometimes. So I think somehow, and I'm sure his head is going to be swelling right now, but thank you, bro. You deserve the credit. I think my older brother, Otega Ododoru, very good photographer and cinematographer too. I think he influenced my photography. Where I get my inspirations from, what I first of all do is I allow the job, the thing or the collection or whatever it is, or the job, I allow it to determine where I get my inspiration from. It could be from a movie, it could be from nature, it could be from music, it could be from furniture, it could be from architecture. But I get inspiration from everywhere because I really enjoy, observing a lot of things that really has to do with design and creativity. But I let the job that I have to do determine where I get my inspiration from, whether it has to be a movie or but every day I go, I keep on seeing things, and these things are kind of stored somehow in bits and pieces in my head. And so sometimes when the job comes, I could just pick it from here and pick this from here and pick this from here, put it all together, and possibly we'll have a masterpiece. Yeah, this is your boy Otega, the Magic Ododoru, aka that kick-ass photographer with mad skills. And I'm here chilling with my people at Vortex247.com.